I was treated like trash, stood still for 6 hours, and sent home with 600 naira just because I was looking for a job. My God, I have suffered. Guys, come closer, let's gist. So I was fresh out of NYSC. I just served in Jos, and those of us that know Jos is very calm and peaceful, but the earning power is quite low. In fact, where I had served, they offered me 20K to stay. I was like, nah, 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 I don't want this for my life. I was like, I was going to come back to Lagos. I mean, I was born and bred here, so why not, right? So I came back, and in true miracle fashion, excited, looking to learn. I started taking different courses. I learned digital marketing, every aspect, email, inbound, social media, a lot of all those things. And I was full of value and I was looking to give value. At that time, my priority was not money. I was just looking for, a place that I can intern and learn. So I sent a lot of, messages to some of the people I had admired and followed their work over the years, both on LinkedIn and on Instagram. This lady, let's call her Mrs. A, finally responds and says, oh, come to my NGO. I'm excited. She said, come to my NGO at 10 a.m. XYZ day and we can have a conversation. I was very excited. Thank God. Though. And her place was in Yaba. I've not been to Yaba before. Funny for someone that was born and bred here. My dad took us everywhere, so it's not strange, right? So I got up very early in the morning at 5 a.m. I jumped those long Moele buses. It's not now. I don't know if it exists now, but then we used to fight for bus. I jumped it, from my place. My parents stayed further down. Jumped into that bus, came all the way. At some point, I got missing. I was confused. Shag landed in her office. I got to her office at 8 a.m. I was, that excitement that you're getting your first interview, right? So I got into her office at 8 a.m. I said 10 a.m. So 2 hours wait period is not bad, right? So I waited for 2 hours. She hadn't come. 11, this woman had not come. 12, this woman, okay, she finally comes in. I'm like, oh, finally, maybe she's busy because she said she just got back from the States. So she gave me one of her friends. I mean, she called in the friend. I don't know. We started gisting. So I was like, oh, maybe they need 1 hour to catch up, right? 1 o'clock, these people are still gisting. 2 o'clock, these people are still gisting. Bear in mind, I was communicating with that PA, the company secretary. I don't know who she was. Every step of the way, like my house is far. I'm in JJCO. My father is already called. My father called everybody that knows my father. He'll be calling everyone 1 minute just to check up on you. I was confused what was going on. 1 o'clock, this man had not called me. 2 o'clock, this man had not called me. 3 o'clock, this man had not called me. At that point, I was getting it easy because my place is far. I don't know this route well, right? So I tell this company, let's call her PA to Mrs. A. I was like, just want to tell this woman that my place is far, please. That, when I'm going to have the conversation so I can go home with the interview, right? So she goes to her, she was like, okay, don't worry. She said she's coming. 4 o'clock, I was very uneasy because my dad had already told me to start coming home. I had been out of the house since almost 5 to 6 a.m. for crying out loud, right? So I now told her, please, please tell the woman, please, I need to go home, right? She now tells the woman that please, she wants to go home. Her place is far. She then tells me to come in. It was not like, hi Miracle. Let's call the girl Rachel. I have a friend called Rachel. I'm not referring to you. Let's call the girl Rachel. She's like, oh Rachel, please check our company safe and give her 600 naira to go home. I was like, wait, what? Like all of this was in my mind. I wanted the floor to open and swallow me. 600 naira to go home for what? First of all, the ticket that it took me to go from my house to and fro is definitely not 600 naira. It's way more than that. But I didn't even come for you to be offered to offer me money, right? She didn't even say let's have the interview. Nothing. She just said, "Off, give her 600 naira. Let her go home." I was, when they say broken, I was extremely broken, right? But I still had some level of home training and self dignity. So I told her, "Don't worry, ma. Thank you so much." And as soon as I stepped out of that door till I got to my house, I was crying because I could not understand. Like, I could not fathom how someone can treat someone like a trash just to, just to put, and I don't understand it till today. But guess what? That did not stop me because I kept still sending messages. I wanted to change my story. I knew that I needed to set a pedestal, not just for myself, but for my siblings, right? So I kept sending messages. And, finally, my amazing mentor, Miss Chinwe Egwim, she's on this Instagram as well. She then recommended me to someone, and that was how I started my career in marketing. So, yes, what's the whole moral lesson of this story, right? Despite the fact that I had a very major setback, treated like what I don't know, just because I was job hunting, it didn't stop me from trying again. So no matter what you have faced, try again. And you too that you're up there, treat people right. Nobody knows tomorrow, right? Don't treat people like trash because you have a privilege. You feel like you're privileged. It's not fair because guess what? That same woman came to me a few years down the line, to tell me that, oh, she's looking for someone in marketing. Can I recommend? You already know my answer. Bye, guys.